We are going to, speaking of Eagle Mortgage, go into our news of the week brought to you by Eagle Mortgage. And for the news of the week, quite a few things for us to talk about. And the first thing is the Kiewit Luminarium. It has topped out. And topping out, Trenton, is when you put up the last highest piece of structural steel.
Absolutely. This is a huge project. I think, what is it, $100 million?
Yeah, $100 million and a couple $1 million worth of change.
And but this is a great. The downtown is totally transforming. We've been talking a lot about downtown and increasing the cleanliness and the opportunities downtown. But with the $350 million riverfront transformation, the Kiewit Luminarium, and it is going to be rocking over the next couple of years.
Yeah, when I was doing my weekly Grow Omaha tour, I was driving downtown and went and saw the steel superstructure going up for the Kiewit Luminarium, drove around that area, and saw some of the other stuff going on there. That Mercantile project, which is the north side of the ConAgra campus.
And they're starting the second phase of it, the second that mixed-use building along 10th Street.
Yeah, it really looks good. I mean, and that building, it's only 5 stories, but the street presence that it has right on 10th and Farnham has a very cool, dense urban feel to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And our downtown is strong, and it'll just be stronger.
And there's been a lot of talk lately about adjacent buildings that will be happening right around the Gene Leahy Mall and maybe eventually Heartland of America Park. You know, last week while you were out on vacation, Roger Olson and I were talking about all of that discussion that was going on about where to locate the library, and every indication is that there's going to be a substantial office building on the site of the current downtown library. And then there's talk about, maybe something like a 4 to 10 story mixed use building on the square block to the east of that, which had always been the westernmost part of the Gene Leahy Mall,
where the construction equipment and cars are parked right now.
Yeah, they're kind of using it as a staging area, aren't they?
Right, so you could see the library. It's been talked about for a long time, but I think there's a lot of traction. You got the Farnham Hotel project there, and then you got 14th and Farnham, and we could see the library be taken down, probably underground parking, as well as connected to the property to the east. We're talking about maybe 6 or 10 stories or something like that, but the office building where the library is, that could be up to 15 stories.
Yeah, or maybe even more, who knows. So it'll be pretty exciting. And that doesn't even include the square block where the old Union Pacific headquarters was torn down many years ago. There's been a lot of talk about that being an office building at some point in time in the future. So much growth potential. And, while we're downtown, let's talk a little bit about Creighton University. They had a big week. Creighton had a huge week this week.
They're raising money like never before.
Yeah, that
was it $143 million or something like that?
That was one of the big news items we have for you about Creighton. They had record fundraising. In fact, their press release said unprecedented donor support led to record-breaking philanthropy for the university in fiscal year 2021. The exact number, Trenton, $143.6 million raised
this year so far.
Yeah, or fiscal year 2021, which
right.
It sounds like it must have ended.
Annualized.
Yeah, or it's already ended. Their fiscal year has already ended, perhaps. But this came from 17,300 alumni, foundations, and various other people and organizations, and the total far exceeded the university's previous fundraising record from 2018 of only $80.6 million.
Well,
they're on a roll.
They have the new dental school there. They have the new Clarence Werner. What is that, medical school?
Yeah, it's it's kind of a health sciences center. Let me see if I can find what the exact name of that is. Yeah, it is called there it is, the C.L. Werner Center for Health Sciences Education. That should start going up. We've talked about that project before. That should start going up soon, right at North Freeway and Cumming.
Yeah.
But then the other big thing, 2 other big news items came out of Creighton University this week. The other is they had their groundbreaking for their 5-story $37 million residence hall dorm for freshmen. And this is their first residence hall construction since 2006. The first building constructed exclusively for freshmen since the 1960s. But this 5-story building will house 400 students. It's going to be right west of their baseball practice facility, east of a parking garage, right around 23rd and Burt Street.
So this is a lot. The way they describe it with the common kitchens and doubles and singles, and a heck of a lot nicer than you and I had when we were in college.
Oh, yeah. My freshman year of college, I lived in a fraternity, and we had a third-floor sleeping dorm where all the freshmen, it was one of those open-air dorms with rows and rows of bunk beds. And I think we had like 35 guys that had to be up in the sleeping dorm. And let's just say it was kind of hard to get some sleep. Yeah, way better than what you and I had in college. You were like in probably a typical dorm room, weren't you?
Yeah, down in Tulane in New Orleans, yeah.
Okay, well, then the final thing that Creighton had happen this week, or they announced this week, was that the university was ranked in the top third of national universities by U.S. News and World Report. Of the approximately 1,400 four-year schools ranked nationwide by U.S. News, only 389 of them are classified as national universities. So another good thing there. But I don't want UNMC to feel left out.
UNMC is on fire as well, and they're always doing huge projects. And we're just on the cusp of this next project that could be up to $3 or $4 billion. So I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, and just this week, UNMC announced that the National Institute of General Medical Sciences has awarded UNMC the largest research grant in its history, over $20 million. And this is pretty impressive. So a good week for higher education in our city. So, Trenton, there's a building in downtown Omaha right by the county courthouse that a lot of people probably never even look twice at. The address is 1623 Farnham Street. You and I were involved in selling that building like 20 years ago for a client out of California.
Yeah.
And it's hard to believe how fast that time has gone by. But this is an 8-story building. It
Big transformation.
It blends into the downtown fabric. And they just opened. The grand opening celebration is 23rd. It's now this massive carrier-neutral data facility.
It's a big. Was it $30 million? It was a big.
Yeah, looking like $40 million actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge project. At any rate, so that big opening's coming up pretty soon, and then there are. It just kind of goes to show you there are a lot of buildings in our city in which amazing things are happening, and a lot of people have no idea what they are. They even exist because on the outside they just look like another building.
Absolutely, a lot of construction going on.
And that is your news of the week, which is brought to you by Eagle Mortgage, EagleMortgageCompany.com. If you like this video, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And remember, Grow Omaha is not just media. This is a mission. We are trying to build up Omaha and make it an even better place. We can only do that with your help. Share this video with your friends, neighbors, and family.